So it's hard for us to keep up sometimes. How can we bridge the gap as far as collaboration? Kind of how we're doing now.
Yeah.
Different generations, different aspects of life.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we're all from the same ilk, from the same upbringings, we can see things differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
so how can we kind of bridge those gaps without making our younger generations feel like we're putting them down, or not. I don't want us to take away from us being honest with them and critiquing them and kind of saving them from themselves. But how can we kind of find that common ground?
I think what we're doing now is creating spaces to have the conversation.
Yeah.
Creating spaces to allow everyone to give their take on it. You know, allow them to speak. Because we talked about respect earlier, and respect is earned.
Yeah.
And that's on both sides,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You're telling a kid to respect me, but you're not even allowing that kid to speak or express themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the way they learn respect is to be allowed that space to give their opinion respectfully, right? So again, I think it starts with what we're doing today is sitting down and having these conversations between, generations. We're three different generations and two different genders, right? So so we're all well equipped to offer perspective, right? So it's, again, like I said, it's creating bridging that gap, creating, like a quote Martin Luther King once said, it's about building bridges, not gaps. Right? So again, building those bridges between generations, allowing the space, creating spaces for them to speak. Just like the program that you were one of the mentors for with Coach May. I play,
Project
I
Blue.
lead Project Blue.
Yep.
I love that because I've dropped in sometimes, and I'm watching them at the end of the program. They gather these kids. They're all sitting around on the floor, and they'll bring up a topic and allowing the kids to enter the conversation, allowing I remember the first time they've been a part of it for years, but the first time I'd ever stopped in and was when Ryan, my grandson, Rashad's son, Ryan, and I walked in and heard him speaking, and I'm like, wow, like this is really powerful, that they're doing. But again, I think that like programs like that, platforms like this, I think that's where it starts.
Yeah, I agree, and it goes back to leadership. I feel like we have to lead by example, and not also that. I feel like we have to really, more so than ever, I feel like we have to do a better job of, like you said earlier, communication. Even at the same program you're referring to, one of the things that we do with the young men is we'll get together as coaches and we'll divide the kids up into 2 or 3 per coach. We'll get their phone numbers with permission from their parents, and we'll tap in with them. Hey, how's school going? Anything? Hey, I heard you was going through some things.